So I was originally talking with some friends and I was telling them I wasn't going to react or talk about this topic because generally talking about people's divorce has a lot of TMZ energy, like following around Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan or whatever the fuck. But I think that what has recently been revealed about the whole Steven Crowder divorce issue matters a lot more than simply Candace Owens or Daily Wire Steven Crowder drama. It highlights what abuse looks like and what people who are okay with abuse speak like. So I'm just going to start by talking about Crowder's first video that he posted. I'm going to play it unedited. I'm just going to react to it out loud. So I guess here we go.
But needed to take a moment here to address some issues out there that are circulating. It's never fun. But, well, I guess let me be clear here. I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset to be...
So far, this sounds pretty benign, but I want you to focus on the fact that Crowder said with a boot on his neck. So he's already posturing himself as the victim, posturing himself as the person who's been suffering through this thing, through this divorce that has been paralyzing him, right? That's the imagery that he's pasting. He's creating this imagery that he has this boot on his neck.
Clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice.
So, right, it wasn't his choice, and there was no physical abuse on either side. As you will see in the next video, might not be physical, but it's definitely emotional.
My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible.
Well, right. So not going to nitpick here because it's not politics, but when he says children need a mom and a dad, he's specifically, dog whistling to gay parents or trans parents here, that it needs to be a mom and a dad, not just two paternal figures, which, if you're interested, studies have shown that whether it's same-sex couples or mixed-sex couples, children have good outcomes when they have two parents in the home.
But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter.
And right there, that's something to pay attention to. In today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. What is he talking about? Well, he's talking about the fact that in a modern Western nation, developed nation, a woman doesn't need her husband's permission to get a divorce. She can decide, hey, I'm not into this. I'm not going to be a part of this partnership anymore. It has broken apart. It's dissolved. Well, his wife, has the autonomy to say, fuck it, I'm out. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's go ahead and now look at what, trigger warning for anyone out there or anyone who might get really upset by this or has experienced anything similar to this in the past. This might be, uncomfortable.
I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary at abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it.
So at this point, it's unclear what's really going on. He obviously has a schema where there are wifely things to do and non-wifely things to do. And if she's not going to do the woman stuff of the house, then he's got to go do the woman stuff of the house. But he's going to do about steaks and about grill. Look at him. Look at him over there sitting there smoking his cigar. This is just full vibrato. This is full I'm trying to be the alpha male. Now, I don't know about you, but if I had a pregnant wife, I wouldn't be smoking anything around her. No smoke, no toxic chemicals, right? Feet up, getting a foot rub. This seems like someone who doesn't even give a fuck about her, honestly.
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect a man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man receive love and respect? No. How do you man? No, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not.
then I will ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Right there. Who would you like me to ask? This has been all over the internet already. Why the fuck does Steven Crowder not have more than one car? That his wife has a car and he has a car. This doesn't make any sense to me, except if you're in some sort of abusive, controlling relationship, right? So in many abusive relationships, one partner will take away the other partner's ability to have any type of autonomy over their life. But when she asks him, who would you like me to call? That's trauma already speaking. That's control already manifesting in her speech. She's already embodying the behavior of, oh, you tell me who I should call because I don't have the autonomy. There's an issue when I have the autonomy over my own decisions. That's what's happening right now. She has to ask him who she's going to call. And he responds with, what is that a threat? How is that a threat? Think about that. How is that a threat? He is making her feel like she's threatening him. He's literally emotionally and cognitively fucking with her.
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like, I can't
Stephen.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk?
So I don't know what's going on with the Uber thing, what has to do with anything, but apparently there must have been a conversation in the past about how she can't take an Uber. And now she's feeling some constraints, right? Might have been some sort of narrative before about where he's talking about constraints and she's talking, and they've come to some agreement how she feels constrained, and he probably came along and said, well, I feel constrained in some sort of way. And now they're playing this type of dynamic out.
Okay, out right now. Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
So if she takes the car, she boxes him in, right? Again, this is that one car game. If you take the car, I'm boxed in. You've boxed me in because you can't tell me when you're going to come back. I'm not going to be scheduled. And he's going to bring this up later on.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Exactly what I said. He needs to know when she's going to be back because that doesn't work for him. That she has autonomy. No, tell me when you're back because I have things I got to do. And I need the car. I'm going to need to be able to go to my parents or go to my friends or whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Exactly.
The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an end.
That's fucking disgusting. The only way out of this is your discipline and respect. Is she his child? Can you imagine talking to your equal like that? The only way out of this is discipline and respect. That's not talking to an equal. That's talking to someone who's beneath you. That's talking to your child. That's talking to someone who you consider as a entity to control and manipulate and educate. That's not the way you talk to an equal partner. And if you're ever in a relationship and you start seeing stuff like that, get out. Absolutely get out.
We are going to do past.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Now I want you to pay attention to her. She's going to pick up the collar. She's going to put it down. She's going to pick it up and she's going to put it down. She's going to keep walking this back and forth, right? This is the behavior of someone who has been through mental or emotional abuse. She's going to go back to the thing that he wants her to do. She's just acting it out. She's not even thinking about it. She's just behaving that way. And then she's going to assert herself. And she's going to drop it. And she's going to keep acting this out throughout the entire video. This is a sign of someone who's been dealing with this for a while, who's just living it. And this is how they cope with it, doing the thing they want them to do. Physically, she's unsure. I mean, also take the fact that this woman is super fucking pregnant, right? She's about to give birth to twins. The amount of hormones in her body, I can't imagine like the amount of restraint that she's having right now in this video.
You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen,
you throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen,
you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
Remember, when she asked, I'll call who would you like me to call and pick me up? That's a threat. But he's allowed to threaten. He's allowed to say, watch it, watch it. That's literally a threat. So on one hand, he's threatening her while shaming her for threatening and trying to manipulate her into thinking that she's the one here that's not being cooperative, right? You give up so easily. What do you mean she gives up so easily? You want her to argue with you? Does that make any sense? You want someone to fucking argue with you? She's an adult. She's not going to bicker with you like a child over things that you want her to do. This is just sick. This is absolutely fucking sick.
Fucking watch it.
Watch your
I'm
movements.
gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just fucking baby for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
So she's trying to negotiate with him. I'm going to go, but I need some space. I love you. She's trying to meet him halfway somewhere.
Don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you.
So I don't love you. I've never received love from you. Right? So it's not that it's your fault that I don't love you. That's what he's saying.
And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it, you go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone that's you need, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
Become someone worthy of being a wife. He's telling her you're not worthy of being a wife. You're not good enough. It's your fault. You want this to succeed? Get better. Get good. It's like playing a fucking Dota match with someone and you're trying to learn how to play the game. It's like, get good, buddy. But it's your wife and you're in a relationship and you're about to have kids because, again, she's not an equal partner. She's someone to control, someone to mold. Andrew Tate energy here.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
Again, keep watching this behavior. She keeps going back to picking up the dog leash. She keeps doing it. Look, right there. She's going to pick it up and put it down. She's been doing this the whole time. She's just been embodying this behavior where she's just stuck in this fucking loop. And she's trying to break it. You can see her breaking it right now.
Committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm going to just
walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
And she's asserting herself. She's not doing it. She's just trying to leave. This is what it looks like. This is what emotional abuse looks like. A lot of people have seen their parents act this way and just think this is normal relationships. This is not. This isn't normal behavior. This is not good behavior. This is toxic and this is bad for her. Obviously in this film, she's been asserting herself. She was, you can saw by the actions, you can visually see the observable behavior that she's engaging in. And you can see him trying to intimidate her, telling her that she's a bad wife, that he doesn't love her because she's never shown love properly, telling her that, she's threatening him by wanting some distance, wanting space, wanting to go on her own, having autonomy. This is all super controlling behavior. And I think the reason why I'm covering this is because I think it's important to show what abuse looks like. And this is what it looks like. Don't get caught in these loops. Don't get caught in relationships like this. And I think that's really all there is to say on the matter.